Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So in the previous video we learned about that with the help of the list method how you can actually add up or remove up the elements from the stacks, right? This was what we learned up into the previous video. And previous to that I already have explained you out that there are three different types of methods implementations for the stacks. The first one was a list which we already covered up into our previous video. This video will be covering up this collections.dequeue which we have up over here, this respective topic. Right, so I'll just put in the comment over here for the same. So it's like collections.dequeue. This particular method we will be using up over here. So let's understand a little bit first of all about the theoretical stuffs of this respective method, like what is done over here, how the things work in, and all about the same, right? So we know that Python stacks, those can be implemented with the help of the dequeue class from the collections module. As I told you that collection is one of the modules which we have up into the Python programming language. So stacks which we have in the Python, those can also be implemented with the help of the dequeue class that falls under your collections module, right? So now when do you have to use up the dequeue method? We already have a list method, so that was quite working very simple and fine, right? Now why or where is the need for this dequeue method which we have up over here? So dequeue is one thing which we prefer up over the list, right? In the cases whenever we need up some quick append or the pop operations, right, from both the ends of the container, right? Both the ends means from the first end and from the last end, from both the ends whenever we want some quicker like insertion or some deletion of the elements, at that respective time we use up the dequeue class. Okay, so I'll just write that particular thing, quicker append and pop of the elements. Okay, one second. Elements from both the ends, right? So whenever you want the quicker append and pop of the elements from both the ends, at that sort of time we use up this dequeue method of your collections module. Right, now the time complexity, I'm talking about the time complexity of the time complexity of the dequeue method is actually big O of, okay, one second, it's big O of 1, right? This is what is time complexity of big O of 1, right? And for the append and the pop functions which is compared to the list, it provides the big O of n time complexity. So I'll write for the append and pop functions the time complexity for it is big O of 1 second, big O of n. That is what is the time complexity for your append and the pop functions under your dequeue class. Right, so that is what we have up over here under the collections one. So what I'll do, I'll just take you towards the practical implementation for demonstrating up the stacks implementation, right, with the collections.dequeue. So let's get started up over here with the practical implementation. So as I was talking, collections is a module. So I'll be writing from collections. From collections, I'll be importing up that dequeue function, right? Now you do not need to install these collections onto your PyCharm or onto your devices, because the reason is it is a module. Modules come automatically pre-installed with Python programming language. Okay, so you do not need to install this. Just write from collections, import dequeue, fine. And I'm just going to write that stack is equal to dequeue and the bracket, fine. Now append method, it will help me to add in the elements, push in the elements into a stack, right? So let's do the same thing. I'll write stack dot append, and this time let's take A. Okay, again I'm gonna write stack dot append. This time let's secondly take B. Okay, not like that. Yeah, B, right? And third time we have stack dot append, right? And this time we are having this C, right? So these are 3 elements which I wanted to append up into my stacks. Fine. So now I'm gonna print up the initial stack. So print, and it's gonna be initial stack. Fine. So print up the initial stack, and I'm just gonna write up print over here as in this stack variable. Fine. So see what is gonna happen up. I'll just run this over here. So what is my initial stack? My initial stack is dequeue ABC. Now this dequeue is written up over here in the starting because this is the method which we are implementing, right? So this particular method will as well be implemented over here, right? So that's the reason this dequeue is automatically getting printed up over here. Fine. Great, that dequeue is being done. Now if I want to remove up the elements, that is I'll be using up the pop, right? Okay. Now what will be done? I'll just try to write it up over here. I'll be printing that elements removed. Fine, like this I'll be printing. And after that I'll be using a print statement with stack dot pop and the bracket like that. So what it is going to do, it is going to start removing up my first element. Let me show you how. So see what it removed up this C for me, right? As I last in first out. Again by default that same format, last in first out. Last element which I gave inside this respective dequeue was C. Under the stack it was C, right? So that element has been removed in for the first from over here, right? Again if I write in print stack dot pop, now this time my second element will be removed out from here. So my second element is B. So that B respective element will be removed out from this particular place, right? So because B was the second element which I have given up inside this particular list, right? And now if I write it for the first time also, so if I write print, again if I write stack dot pop, right? So what will happen? My first element will also be removed out from here. That is A, B and C. All the 3 elements, but in the reversible order they have been removed because of the formula, that is the last in first out. So C, B and then A. And now if I try to print in up my stack, it will be completely empty. Let me just write stack like this. Running it over here. So see what I got, dequeue and my completely empty stack, because whatever the elements or the items I have inserted inside this respective stack, all of those I have been removed up from here, right? So that's how this dequeue will be worked over, and this is how it will be worked upon, right? So that's the particular method for the same. Great. So that's how this respective dequeue will also work out. It shows that you need to use a collections module and you need to import up the dequeue function, then it will be worked out, right? So I hope I am pretty clear with the same thing about how this dequeue works and what's the method for this working of the particular thing, right? So I hope I am clear with the same. So if you've enjoyed the video, do share this video with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do like this video. We'll see you there in the next video.